Hey, what's going on, everybody? How you doing? What's good? Welcome, family. Hey, I want to give it a couple of seconds for Facebook to put out the message, so some other people can join us. But hey, I'm so happy and glad to see that you are here today. I hope you're having a fantastic day today, and I'm going to be sharing some good information with you that I believe can dramatically change your life. And not only change your life, it can change the life of your family for generations. So I'm very excited to share this information with you guys today. If you are joining me on Instagram, unfortunately, you won't be able to see my screen. But hey, it's all good. It is all good. You can still hear me and see me. Hey, my lovely wife has joined. Hey, honey, how you doing? And hey, we're about to get started here in just a second. Just so you know, I got the old computer up. I'm going to be going through a real quick presentation today. And so Instagram, I'm sorry you can't see me. If you like, you can go right on over to Facebook and you can catch me on my page, personal business page on Facebook. So, hey guys, as you come on into this live stream, please put your name in the comment box. Please like and share this information. This is going to be some valuable information that you can't get anywhere else, or we're not getting anywhere else. So, um, please share this with people that you like, love, and will love to see them prosper as well. So as always, I love to share great information, and I also don't want to waste your time. I want to value your time. So hey, 12 o'clock, let's get busy. Let's get busy. So switching my screen. So today, guys, this is Create Your Financial Plan Challenge. This is what is going on today. And I'm very excited to be here, like I said, to share this information with you. So if this is your first time joining me, you may be wondering, who am I? My name is Alex Jones. I'm a financial educator. I am also a licensed insurance advisor. I'm an Amazon best-selling author, and I retired over 3 years ago. So that's the reason why the information I'm sharing with you today, I know that it's powerful, I know that it's valuable, and I know that it is proven and it works because it has allowed me to be able to retire early. And so I want to be able to share this information with you and others as well, so you can do the same, or you can just improve the quality of your life. So, what do? I help families get over their fear, anxiety, and doubts about money. Anybody? Does this sound familiar to anybody? I help people get over their fear, anxiety, and doubts about money, so they can live their best life and leave a legacy for their family. This is extremely important, guys. I find that too often we allow what others might think about us. We let those fears of ridicule, embarrassment, past money mistakes, we allow those things to keep us from getting the information that we need to truly prosper going forward. So I help people work through those things and get over those things. And then I share with them tools, resources, and information that is going to help them move forward, help them create and build wealth in their family. And that's essentially what I do. My mission is to help 200 families. My goal is to help 200 families this year. I want to help them change their relationship with money. I want to help them get to a place where they are building wealth and they're able to impact future generations, that they're able to live a higher quality of life and they're able to do the things that they truly want to do in life. I don't want to see people having to fit their life into a smaller box because their budget or their money said they had to. I want to show people how to expand their life, how to have greater impact, how to have greater territory, how to be able to do more in life. And that's my goal. So you might be wondering why. Why am I doing this? Well, I have my own personal experiences, like every one of you who's watching. I haven't always made excellent decisions with my money. I've made money mistakes as well. And in my life, I've been fortunate enough to have some people who have helped me along, who have mentored me, who have coached me, and who have helped me to make better decisions. I also know the impact of losing a loved one or a loss of income, what impact that can have. My father passed away um, almost 2 decades ago, and when he passed, he did not have life insurance, and so I remember how much more stressful the whole process was, because not only was I grieving a parent, but now we had to figure out how we're going to pay for these final expenses, and then beyond that, what does that loss of income look like, and what does it mean for us? So I don't know if that sounds familiar. Does that sound familiar, guys? Is that something that maybe you or someone you know has experienced? And um, and so I wanted to be able to take that experience, and I wanted to be able to help other people so they did not have to go through that same type of experience. Also, I just know that well, as you can see, the reason why my part of my reason why is the subject of money, the value of money, how to build wealth. Those things are not taught in schools. They're not taught in high schools. And trust me, I went to school for business. I studied economics and finance, and they don't teach you those things in college as well. The whole idea behind college is to teach you to be a more productive worker. That's the goal for college, right? It doesn't put you in a position to help you figure out how to build wealth. They just want you to be a more productive worker. And so these subjects are not taught in schools. Secondly, money, when it comes to money and people talking about money, it's a taboo subject. People don't like to talk about their pockets. We have a very, very strange relationship when it comes to money. When it comes to money. And too often we tie our self worth to our net worth. And that's a challenge. That's an issue. That's a problem. Because we don't want people to feel like they are any more important or any less important based on how much money they actually have in their bank account. That's not how this works. But the whole idea about money within relationships, within marriages, within uh, house, larger family structures, is one that is a taboo subject. The other reason why I'm talking about this in particular is because information is not really geared towards people who are in Generation X. I'm a Generation X person. Generation X is someone between the ages of 40 and 56. And if you look around and if you pay attention, most of the information is geared towards millennials, is geared towards Generation Z, right? One of the pieces of advice that people always say is, oh, you want to start investing early when you're 25. Well, for many of us, that ship has sailed. Tell us something now, something that's going to help us be able to get to a better place in our finances. 25 is long gone. So, what are we supposed to do now at this point? We also know that women are unpaid, are not paid fairly as it relates to men. We also know that Black income, African American income, is also typically less than our white counterparts. And as a result, we know that wealth in the Black community is actually 90% less than what a similar family has, our similar family has, who happen to be Caucasian or white. So we know that we have some serious challenges that need to be addressed, and that's the reason why I'm sharing this information with you. Okay. So, in addition to that, we also know that if you look overall across the board, 57% of all people in the country have less than $1,000 saved. Less than $1,000 saved. And as I mentioned before, we know that net worth and typical family wealth is only 10% of our white counterparts. And by 2053, the typical family is projected, African American family is projected to have zero net worth in 2053. So we want to be able to do some things to reverse that. I want to be able to share information with people to help them build wealth as opposed to have their wealth dwindle over their life. One of the challenges we know that people are also facing is Generation X oftentimes have pressures related to their children, right? And we may also have parents, elderly parents who are aging. And so there are financial pressures that sometimes come from our parents as well. We know 7 in 10 people who are 65 or older at this point are going to need some type of long-term care. And I found out firsthand just how challenging it can be from an emotional standpoint, but also from a financial standpoint. Assisted living facilities often run you anywhere from $5,000 on up a month. And so we know it is a big, big challenge within our community. So, so we know that there are some needs that we have. So my first question is, hey, do you have a financial plan? Do you have a financial plan? And I'm gonna say, guys, if you don't worry, don't fret. 32% of all Americans, 32% of people say they actually have a financial budget that they have set up and that they actually keep. That means almost 70% of people in this country do not have a financial budget or a financial plan. And so, if you happen to be someone if you don't have a financial plan, let me just say that it's okay that you haven't had one up until this point. But now I want to help you and I want to show you how, first of all, the importance of having a financial plan. But then I also want to show you and share with you some resources so you can have one. Because we know people who plan to succeed. Those who don't plan to fail. And we know that through studies and through people who have watched segments of the population for decades, we know oftentimes the thing that separates someone who has built wealth from someone who has not is the fact that the wealthy person had a plan. They developed a strategy and they had some goals. Now, if you're at a point now you don't have a financial plan, I'm gonna show you how to develop one, and I want to let you know that first of all, let me talk about what a financial plan is, so you have a good idea and a good understanding of what a financial plan is. So, a financial plan basically is a comprehensive picture of your current finances. It also lays out or lists out what your financial short, middle, and long range goals are. And then it lists out the strategies you need in order to reach those goals. It shows you milestones along the way to let you know if you are moving in the right direction, if you are on track. That's what a good, powerful, effective financial plan does. Okay. And so I'm going to say, if you don't have one, let me share with you very quickly. I do have a master class that is coming up November 20th. How to create a powerful financial plan that's easy to manage and stays on track. So if you want to take a look at that, you can go to alexbjones.com/plan. I am going to share with you how to set up a financial plan in this talk today. But if you don't get a chance to watch it all the way through, you can go ahead and check out alexbjones.com/plan and get all the details there. So what am I talking about? What do you need to have a powerful, effective financial plan? Number one, for you to have a financial plan that's effective and powerful, one that's easy to manage, and one that's going to help you stay on track, you absolutely must have, it must include earning strategy, an earning strategy in there. And what do I mean by earning strategy? This is how you plan to generate and earn income over your lifetime, right? And the reason why this is really, really important is because all money ain't equal. People have, anybody who watched me for any period of time have heard me say, all money is not equal. How you earn your money makes a huge, huge difference in terms of what you actually bring home. If you have a person who earned $100, we'll say $100, just to keep it easy. If this person earned $100, how much they actually bring home makes a huge difference. If they happen to be self-employed, it means they get a chance to write off their expenses first, and then they're taxed on the remaining amount, which means what? Their taxes are less. If that $100, if you earned it from being an investor, guess what? You're only going to pay 15% on that money. Period. Flat. 15%. That's it. If you meet certain qualifications, 15%, that's all you're going to pay. If you happen to be a business owner, okay? If you happen to be the business owner, guess what? You get a chance to write off all those expenses again, okay? And you pay taxes on the amount that's remaining. But if you are an employee of the business, guess what? Now, the majority of what you have earned, the majority of that $100, it actually gets taxed at a higher rate than if you are an investor, if you were someone who was self-employed, or if you were a business owner. See, it's not the system is not set up for you to succeed as an employee. And that's the reason why the whole system, the whole structure is one that's not set up for you to win. That's the reason why they don't teach you how to build wealth in college, because they want you to be a more productive worker so you can come out and get a job so the government can tax you. That's how this works. And so my goal is to help you develop a plan, develop a strategy for you to start thinking about, okay, I need to start generating my money differently. What does an effective earning strategy encompass? You want to make sure that you are generating, there are actually 8 different income sources that you could potentially generate. Earned income, like we just talked about, if you are an employee, that's where you actually get taxed the highest. So you don't want most of your income to come from that. So if you look at people who are high paid executives, that's the reason why their entire compensation isn't based on their salary, because they don't want all of their compensation taxed. That's the reason why they get some of it in stocks. They get it in dividends and shares and options, because those things allow them to manipulate and move things around, and it allows them to adjust how much taxes they actually pay. So, you have 8 different sources. If you earned income, income from rental properties, we're talking about dividends, we're talking about interest expenses, right? These are all of the sources where you can actually generate income. We're talking about profit from operating a business, and I can go on and on. But the idea is you must absolutely have a strategy for earning money that allows you to earn multiple streams of income passive streams of income, and your strategy must include how can you generate streams of income that allow you to passive multiple streams of income and allows you to earn money what I call efficiently. Efficiently meaning for you to earn income so you're able to generate and bring home as much money as possible and to have it not taxed. Your earning strategy must include a strategy for that. Okay. So what else? What else is next? If you want your financial plan to be one that's powerful, you want to figure out how to have a savings and managing strategy. What do I mean by that? You want to make sure that you have a spending plan, that you spend time figuring out how much money you actually have coming in, all the sources of income that you have coming in. Okay? And once you do that, you want to make sure that you list out all of your expenses, all of your expenses, all of your debts, everything that's related to your house and your household income, living expenses, food, car related expenses, all of those things you want to make sure that you capture and list. Okay. And so you want to make sure that you understand where each and every dollar you have that you earn and that you have coming in, you want to understand where that money is going. Okay. And then you want to take time to develop what I call your vision, your dream board, your ideal life. So when you set up your ideal life and you determine how you want to live your life, what opportunities you want to have, what experiences you want to have, the things that you want to be able to do, the impact you want to have in the world. When you when you start writing those things out and you start putting those things on paper, now you can start saying, okay, how much is this going to cost me? What is it going to take for me to actually accomplish this and fulfill this vision? And once you start doing that, and once you start laying out what your values, what your priorities are, you can start directing your money towards those things that are most important. Most of the time, people will say, "Well, Alex, I can't save a lot of money because I just don't have a lot of money left at the end of the month." And I always say, "Well, don't try to save at the end of the month. You want to save at the beginning of the month." And so many people don't know and don't have a strategy for paying themselves first. So if you happen to be someone who, for instance, does not have a lot of willpower, a lot of discipline, you want to go ahead and you want to set up, you want to pay yourself first and have your money come out of your check automatically. Automate that process. So it comes out before you even touch it, before it even gets deposited into your account. So that way you don't have to exercise discipline anymore. That way you have already done one of the important things that you really should be doing. You've already paid yourself first and you've already saved money. And so now that you have already put that money aside, now you begin to live off what's left. And so that only makes sense. All too often we try to do it the reverse. We try to we try to be good stewards of our money. We pay our obligations, we pay our debts, we pay our living expenses, and then because we work hard, we live a little, right? We buy a few things in life that we really want, okay? And then when it's all said and done, we look up and we're like, where the money go? Where I don't have any money left. And it's because you never had a plan. You never had a spending plan that said, hey, I am important. I've worked hard for my money. And at some point, I want to get to a place where I don't have to work hard for my money. So I need to save money. And because most of the time, so many of us will pay everybody else and never pay ourselves, we don't have anything left. So that's the reason, that's part of the reason why. So you absolutely have to have a saving strategy, what I call a spending plan, where you want to be able to take into account all the monies that you have coming in. You want to list out all of your expenses. You want to start trying to figure out how can you eliminate some of these expenses. How can you eliminate those taxes I talked about? How can you eliminate the interest associated with your debt? How can you eliminate that? How can you eliminate waste and unnecessary spending, right? And then how can you recapture that and then begin to shift that money into a savings account? All right. You absolutely have to have a plan and a strategy for that. The next thing that you want to do, step number 3, is you need to have an investing strategy in your financial plan. How do you begin to take the monies that you have left, that pot of money that you have saved? How do we begin to take that money and make it grow? What are the needs? What needs do we have long term that we need to start planning, saving, and investing for? If you happen to have children, maybe you want to be able to send your kids to college, and you want to be able to help with that in that process. Maybe you want to be able to help them fund their first business, or help them purchase their first home. See, those are awesome things to do. The Bible says you want to be able to leave a legacy or inheritance for your children's children. They're saying, hey, never mind your children. Your children should go without saying that the children are straight. But we want to make sure that we even set up our grandchildren so our kids' kids are straight. Do we have an investing strategy to do that? You can't possibly save your way to wealth. That's the reason why you must have an investing strategy. The reason why you can't save your way to wealth is because of a simple thing called inflation. Inflation, the general increase in prices of goods and services, that inflation is slowly, silently eating away the value of your dollars every single year. And so that's the reason why putting money in a savings account is the start, but it's not the ending. You must have a plan and a strategy for taking those funds and investing them in a way that makes sense. Invest them in a way that reduce risk. Invest in them so you're able to get a great return. Invest in it so you can eliminate taxes. Investing it so you can begin to transfer that wealth in places in ways that allow you to reduce taxes. All of these things are super important. And I always tell people to start out, if your company, the company that you work for, happens to have a 401k program, and if they happen to match, you absolutely should be putting money in your company's 401k plan up to the match at least. And when I say match is the contribution that your employer will make to your retirement account. And it's based on how much you actually contribute. So I always tell people, you want to be able to contribute everything you need in order that you're able to get the maximum free money from your employer, right? That's free money. Most of the time they say, hey, we'll match 50%. We'll put in 50% of every dollar up to 3%, 6%, what have you. So, guys, that's free money, okay? And you want to make sure you get all of it. So, little things like that, people oftentimes don't take advantage of. And if somebody says, hey, we'll match you dollar for dollar up to a certain point, for every dollar you actually put into your retirement account, into that 401k, you already just got a 50% increase. How did that happen? Because your employer said, I'm going to contribute 50% for every dollar you put in. So for every dollar you put in, they're going to put in 50 cents. So that's a 50% increase right there. Something as simple as that is something that you need to take advantage of. Your financial plan should and must take into account all of those things, okay? The fourth thing you must have in order to have an effective, powerful financial plan is you need to have a protecting strategy. You need to protect your hard earned assets. Guys, I hear people and I coach people so often, and you ask people, hey, let me ask you, do you got health insurance? Everything squared away? Okay. If you happen to be somebody who's a self-employed person, a small business owner, I ask, hey, do you have an emergency fund, or do you have disability insurance? Something set aside so if you get sick, hurt, or unable to work for any reason, that your money doesn't that you're not in financial jeopardy because you don't have anything saved or don't have any money coming in. See, a lot of times people look and think that insurance is all about paying for your funeral, and it's so misguided. What are some of the other things that you're trying to protect your hard-earned assets from? You're trying to protect your money from taxes, from sickness, from lawsuits, from government. Just the other day, I was at the courthouse trying to pick up a foreclosure, and the particular property that I was bidding on happened to be what they call an estate sale, right? So that the person who had the home obviously had passed away, and now the people who were running the estate, okay, were actually selling the property. In this case, they were actually being foreclosed on. So that's entirely different. But the person who, you don't want to be in a position where you worked your whole life to accumulate and to build assets, and then we get to a place where the government is taking your property, or somebody that you don't want is now inheriting your property. You didn't get a chance to leave it to your kids or to your grandkids, or your grandkids had to wind up having to pay so much taxes on it that they had no choice but to wind up selling it. Those are the things that you don't want to happen. Okay? And so your financial plan, in order for it to be effective and for it to be powerful, you need to have some strategies built in order to protect your assets. So those are the four things that you really need to make sure you have. Now I know you're probably feeling a little overwhelmed right now, and I definitely get it. These steps, these strategies in my financial plan, I didn't have these things in place. But once I started working on them, once I started putting those things in place, making sure that I had the right elements in place, that's when life started to change for me. That's when I started to have more success. That's when I started having more income coming in. I was now able to know exactly where my money was going. And I was actually able to start saving and investing my money so it can grow to help fund my retirement lifestyle that I live and lead right now. So these things are really, really important. And if you feel overwhelmed right now, I certainly get it. How many people would like for me to share with you on how you can get this done? Show of hands. Let me know how many who would like for me to show you how you can actually put this financial plan together for yourself. Awesome, awesome. I got you. I got you. Earlier, I said that I have a master class coming up. That master class is going to be on November 20th. And the month of November is the absolute best time because now you get a chance to look at the previous 10 months. You get a chance to look at the entire year up until November to kind of see where your money has been going. What's been your average spend in certain categories? You've been able to see how much you've been able to save, how much you contributed, what your returns have been. You're able to get a really, really good picture of all of those things. So November is the absolute best time to start getting your plan together now so you're not caught flat-footed for 2022 or for next year. So I'm going to walk you through this masterclass. I'm going to do this live step by step and show you how to create a financial plan for yourself. So this is how to create a powerful financial plan that's easy to manage and stays on track. That begins November 20th. Here's what is going to be covered in the masterclass. Today, I share with you what the four areas of every FIRE financial plan should cover, which is your earning, saving, investing, and protecting. So we're going to go through those four areas. You're going to gain a more thorough understanding of where you are in your finances currently. I'm going to help you go through and figure out what your financial goals are and what they should be, what your priorities are and should be, and how your values need to line up in order for you to be able to move forward and take action. And as a result of that, you're going to discover how to set financial strategies. You're going to discover tools and resources that are going to be able to help you sleep better at night. You're going to have less stress and better relationships when it comes to money. And you're going to be able to live a higher quality of life that's not limited by your finances. And you're going to be able to leave a better tax-free legacy for your family. So guys, I want to encourage you to go to alexbjones.com/plan. Enroll in this master class, how to create a powerful financial plan that's easy to manage and that stays on track. And if you go ahead and do that today, you'll be able to get in for $27 versus the regular price of $47. And so, guys, when you think about the return that you're actually able to receive, number one, in the strategies that I'm going to show you on how to earn more money, how to save more money, either in taxes or in interest, how you can take those savings and take your money and begin to make it grow. Let me tell you, at $47, it's still an amazing deal. And at $27, it's even better. So I want to encourage you to go ahead, get enrolled today. I look forward to seeing you inside of the master class, how to create a powerful financial plan that's easy to manage and that stays on track. alexbjones.com/plan. Look forward to seeing you inside. Take care. God bless. See you next time.